Hey, right now we are in the bottom, I guess you call this the basement of the Jesse Rose store here in San Angelo. With me is Barbara Strain, who has stumbled across some tunnels. And an interesting story about these tunnels that actually dates back to about 1884. Barbara, I'm going to let you explain that.
Okay, well, we bought this building last year, and we came into the basement and we were cleaning and everything and noticed that there was a step in each corner. And from that point, we began poking around and seeing what we could find. And all of these tunnels across here were covered up with masonite. And so they had them closed up and locked up, I guess, years ago to keep the people from just coming in and stealing stuff in their stores.
Sure.
But in 1946, the Texas Rangers came in and they shut down the Prohibition, all the stills. There used to be a still in the basement of this building, and then we have this tunnel where they would go across the street to the bank, which is now Miss Hattie's restaurant, and they would go from a tunnel there to the Bordello, just a little ways down the street.
Very good. That was like banking convenience in those days.
It was.
Very convenient.
Yes.
All right. Now there are a total of 4 different tunnels that we know about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there could be more?
Yes. Well, there are more tunnels. We've heard that there are tunnels downtown. There was an elderly gentleman that told us that in 1957 he came and went through the 3rd tunnel here and all the way to the Cactus Hotel. He said they're not what you expect. They're big. They have electricity. He said that the electricity was out that day, and his dad, he was 13, his dad was working at the Cactus Hotel, so he came over here and he went across, and he had a little flashlight, and he said he was really scared, but he said you get out in the past the middle of the street and it veers off to Miss Hattie's. So these tunnels go to various places, the Cactus Hotel, the bank, the Bordello, and there's other tunnels from other buildings downtown that also lead to the Bordello.
So you have uncovered a lot of history of San Angelo here.
Yes, we were really, you've heard those legends, and I say legend because that's what it was. There was never any proof until we found these tunnels. And they were hidden. Mr. Cooper had no desire to let anyone down here to poke around or do anything, but when he bought the building, he cleaned out the basement and covered up all of this information. And when we bought the building last year, we discovered these tunnels. Okay. And it's amazing. We're going to try to open this one as soon as they finish our canopy they're building out front. We're going to get a jackhammer. Of course, we'll have to shore this up so the sidewalk doesn't fall in on us. And we're going to go through that wall.
All right. Now, historians and archaeologists should be very interested in this, right?
And they have already been here. We have... They have said that, yes, these are the tunnels. This is not just some pipe dream that I have because I bought this building and found those places. We have 2 hidden rooms on the other side of where we're standing right now. And there was, apparently, there's remains of a tunnel where the horses came in and they were hidden from the Cherokee Indians to keep them from stealing them. There's a lot of history on this street, and it was one rough, tough town.
All right. Now that you found these tunnels, what are your plans for these tunnels?
We plan to find out for sure that they're not closed or whatever. Whenever the city replaced the sidewalk, we had a boardwalk, and when they replaced that, they poured this concrete wall to support the sidewalk because you can't just pour concrete on nothing.
Sure.
And so once our engineer releases us to go ahead, he said you can't do any digging while I'm putting that iron balcony out front. So mid-June he's supposed to be finished, and then we are going to get a jackhammer and we're going to go through that wall.
Now, have you already had some interest from people
yes.
outside of San Angelo that might be interested in kind of helping you do this project?
Yes, we've had volunteers. We've already had people wanting to write books. We've had the archaeologist. One of them told me that he said, stop, I don't want you to do anything else. He said, you just leave it alone. And I said, I cannot leave it alone because this is part of the history of our town. And if we can open these, what it would do for the economy here would be amazing because people would come from everywhere. Everybody has heard about these tunnels. And to actually see them would be amazing.
This is like a part of the Wild West.
Yes, it is, absolutely.
All right. Now, how do you get involved? I know you have a website that you can go to. It's called
GoFundMe.
Okay.
And it is for the tunnel opening of Jesse Rose Mercantile. We dug the dirt out of this one, and it cost us like $500 just to get some guys with buckets to get all the dirt out that we dug out in the middle of the floor. Now we're going to have jackhammers and a lot of people working to open those, but we're not going to be like just taking money and not doing anything with it. We sell tickets, we have tours, we're raising the money to open these because it's probably going to cost a lot of money, but regardless of what it costs, we are going to open those tunnels. But if you want to help us, you can go to GoFundMe.com, and all the information is on Facebook. It tells you about the tunnels and what we're doing, and we want to make it happen.
All right. Well, Barbara, thank you so much for
Thank
guiding
you.
us through the tunnel story in San Angelo. I know a lot of people have heard about this, but when you first see this part, which is only 10 foot deep, it gets you to thinking about what really happened between 1884 and 1946.
Exactly.
A lot of it. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you. I appreciate it
All right.
very much.